Hello, everybody, and a very, very good evening to you, and hope you are well. It's lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Hope everything is going well for you, and you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay, I'm Phil Griggs. Welcome to the Phil Griggs Psychic Show. It goes live Mondays every week, and with the show here, what actually happens as well is what is about this show. If I could tell you this, is that the psychic show goes out and it's for people who, like-minded people like yourselves, who like to engage in anything which is spiritual, psychic, and something there to be able to make us feel all connected in one way or form. And so, a very, very good evening to you. We started a little bit late. There was a little bit of a technical hitch, but all seems to be going all right now. And thank you for the people who are joining us already. Okay, let's do a little bit of this and let's get everything rolling. Okay, thank you to everyone who's joining me at the moment, and very, very, very good evening to you. And I hope you had a great weekend. How was your weekend? Did you have a nice, nice time? I really hope you did. Anyway, so during the day, what's going to be happening now? Okay, well, this show, as I say here, goes out every Mondays. Today we've got a load to tell you, loads of things to go and tell you. And part of what's going on this week is, especially in the astrology, which is a very strong part of the show. Loads of events are going on out there, which I'd like to share with you, and just see what's going on there for you guys. All right. So first of all, let's talk about the astrology. Let's talk about the astrology, which is going to be a big focal point through this week, and let's see what goes on there. All right. In fact, guys, I'm incurring a little bit of a technical error. I do apologise. So what I'd like to go and do is restart the show. And I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Oh, no, 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 we're back up, back up. The goodness for that. Phew, I thought things were going wrong there. Now, there may be a slight issue today with YouTube. I'm not sure what's happening there, but there we go. We get these little things every now and then. Right, super intro. Thank you very much, Toria. Toria comes in. She says, super intro. Not sure why it's. I'm going to keep that about there. Why it's gone sort of black. Anyway, and Deanne says hi. Says hi. Very nice to see Deanne coming through. Hi, Phil Griggs. And all right, okay. And also we got Heather coming in as well. She wants to say a big hello too. Very nice to see you. Okay, so this week is very much an important one because I think we're going to find that a lot of information we take on through our lives. This week is going to be quite an important one as how we see ourselves, and so I'd like to talk about that with you very shortly. In the meantime, though, what I'd also like to share with you guys is a very important fact that's going on. Is last week, guys, we had a lovely picture in the background, which is of a lady on horses. In fact, several ladies on horses, and a wonderful, wonderful lady there. And as we were talking, there's actually Denise Grabowski who actually sent this through. And she actually said that on horses that they often herd sheep. I said, okay, all right, that's interesting. So, I said, do you talk to the sheep? Is there something going on? She said, oh, yes, of course. I said, well, what do you say to them? And I said, she says, let's get the flock out of here. Oh, anyway, so moving on to this week. And this week, lovely backdrop here behind me, lovely backdrop. And this was actually sent in by a lovely lady called Linda Craig, who's in Michigan in the USA. And this background here, this background that comes up, is all about the Black Lake in northern Michigan. And as well, there you can see the beautiful, beautiful northern lights just going along there, and just how beautiful that looks. The thing with this as well here, which I thought was pretty neat as well with it, is that it almost looks like a Pink Floyd concert going on somewhere, doesn't it? It almost looks like something crazy like that. But there we go, there we go. Anyway, so what's going to be important about this week? Well, why is it such a influential week? Well, we're going to be discussing part of it here, the astrology, and to see how this is actually going to play out. And let's go and look at this. Let's go and look at this now. So we're just going to come on up here. Okay, right. If you're experiencing, guys, if you're experiencing any technical issues or anything like that, just let me know. Just let me know. It's a funny one at the moment. Mercury is retrograde, and every now and then technical issues come up. So if you can hear me loud and clear, just say yep, loud and clear. That would be great, and I will make sure everything just carries on smoothly. But lovely to see you guys anyway. Right, okay. So this week, guys, quite an important one. There's a new moon coming up, and it's actually going to be on Friday here. So with this new moon, oh good, I've got a thumbs up. Says Heather, thank you very much indeed. I think that's who it is there. Yep, we've got a thumbs up. Everything's good. Okay, so this week there's a new moon. It's actually going to be the sign of Virgo. Virgo is about being very articulate, and it's Lean says hand pink waving. Okay, Lean comes on and she says hand pink waving. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Thank you. And so, what is actually going to be about this new moon? Well, Virgo is the sign of being very articulate. It's getting on with the daily stuff we want to get on with. It's about being progressive. It's about getting things organized. If you talk to Virgos about organization, that's probably their middle name. Yeah, I know Joe organized blogs. So these people here like to have that organization to them. And so that's going to occur on Friday. Now, if you're in the States, which some of you are, that's going to be 9:38 p.m. on Friday that you'll suddenly experience the effect of the new moon. Okay. And if that comes through, yes, you'll suddenly start feeling, oh, I can feel the new moon. But it's a brilliant one. It's an amazing one. It's an amazing moon of change. And there's several reasons for this. If you're in the UK, by the way, it's going to be 2:38 in the morning. You're probably going to be fast asleep. And if you're in the EU, it's going to be 3:38 in the evening, in which case you're definitely going to be fast asleep, unless you're on a night shift somewhere, or you can't sleep. If you can't sleep, watch the show, and then the therapy that goes through the show, you guys are just going to relax and enjoy. All right, good. Right. Anyway, so what's happening here is I'm just going to point a little bit over here. In fact, I might move this up a little bit so I can actually point a little bit better. And that is if you look down the southern part and I go just up there, you can see the sun and the moon. And it's actually going to be an exact aspect of 21 degrees, I think it's about 58 minutes, 21 degrees, 58 minutes of Virgo. And yeah, okay, that means a lot to a lot of people. And every time there's a new moon, it's always a sign of wanting to start something new. The new moon is always about energy of moving into something new, moving into a new phase of our lives and a phase of the year. Sometimes some of the moons are very beneficial. Sometimes they don't do much at all. But this one here is quite an important one. And the reason being here is because right over the far side, if you can see right over top there, you may be able to see at 22 degrees, is Uranus. And Uranus is the big, big, big game changer with this new moon. And it's in another Earth sign, the Earth sign of Taurus. And Uranus has been there for quite a while. It's actually been trunking on through that area there for quite a while. And one of the things we feel with Uranus is this effect of changing boundaries, changing things in one way or form, having to push ourselves through, being able to see the transition of change and how we can experience this. And some of the reasons why this is going to be quite important is because it's a harmonious energy, very, very harmonious. So it's about maybe we're changing some, which I'm going to come on to in a minute, some big ideas into something new. Maybe you're going to start to get your plans activated into something new that maybe you guys have been wanting to do for quite a while. Just to give you a little bit more details about this, this is also going to be a very influential time, because if you look at the chart and you follow the blue lines, you may also see what looks like a kite, the symbol of a kite. The other planets involved are Neptune and Pluto. These planets are just outside the orbit of this moon, the influence of this moon. And Neptune is about our dreams. So you can still take on a little bit of this energy to focus on dreams with Neptune in Pisces. Neptune so at home in Pisces. And for all of us here, we're all capable of the most beautiful dreams and the beautiful energies we can experience. So this energy is there for us to really enhance this, and to get your imagination going, get those plans going. What is it you want to really go and do now that's going to power this part of the year forwards for you? And with a Virgo moon, it's getting things practical, it's getting things organized, it's getting your life into a way where you feel like, wow, things are going to be incredible now. They really are going to alter in some way or form to help you out a great deal. Lean says that she's a Virgo. Yep, lovely Virgos, and see, it's probably quite a practical lady, I would say here, Lean. I imagine here that your energies are out there to like to create, organize, make sure things are perfect. It's about perfection as well. And so with these energies, we're going to start moving in with this new moon. Have a real big think about what it is you want to do, how you're going to make things happen, and how amazing you can be. And when we're like that, we're incredible. When we're like that, we are amazing. So let's go and have a look at some of the other energies which are going to start going on throughout the week. And that brings us into a little bit of not a troubled time, but a time here to really think about what we believe in. I mean, you're going to think here, what does this mean? What is this all about? Well, let's go into that in just a second. But as you do that now, I'd just like to welcome everybody on the show. Amazing. Thank you very, very much for joining me. And Anami says, a very good evening. Unfortunately, the old script, because I've got a black, and it's a bit black around the back there, is a bit difficult to see. But she says, glad you are here again. And yes, Maria, I've got your information there. Can I have a general reading? Yep, I've got that there. And Heather says, loud and clear, fantastic. And this is just lovely to see you guys on. All right, okay. So how can we start thinking about beliefs? What is all this? Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is to mix a little bit of Greek mythology with astrology, with how quantum physics, doctors, scientists, everybody like this, cannot measure some of the things you guys are going to be doing over the next week or so. They won't be able to measure it. When we think about measure, what does all this mean? Okay, right. Greek mythology, let's look at Jupiter in Taurus. And Jupiter is right up there. It looks like a number 2 with a stick down the middle of it. That's Jupiter. Jupiter is a god that has been out there for God knows how many thousands, 100,000 years. But what it's doing is actually moving through Taurus. So Earth signs are going through an expansive time, a time to enlarge upon their lives, to maybe see things. If things are going good, they'll go really good. If things aren't going so good, you may see things very clearly why they're not going good. And so some of the influences here which I'd like to talk to you about, and let's go into a little bit of Greek mythology. And first of all, what I like to talk about is Taurus, because this is the sign it's in. Now, Zeus, or Zeus as it sounds, is one of the Greek gods. And he wanted to change himself into a very attractive figure to attract the Phoenician princess Europa. This goes on way back there before BC and things like this. And he wanted to attract this. And what he did is he transformed himself into a beautiful white bull. Don't we all want to do this? Transform ourselves into a beautiful white bull? Maybe things have changed nowadays. Maybe we want to transform into something else. But what he wanted to do, because there was in the Phoenician princess's life were lots of cattle that she used to look after, and but he wanted to attract her attention, so he did, and he turned himself into this white bull and immediately captured her attention. And then later he returned himself back to physical form. And the Princess Europa was absolutely gobsmacked by him, just thinking he's absolutely amazing. And so let's take the first principle of this, which is beauty. Beauty. Okay, think beauty. Taurus is about beauty and how we can look there. Now, the second one is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, but at the moment it's going retrograde, which is this apparent backward motion. Apparent backward. I'll say apparent because it's the view from the Earth, not from the Sun. So it looks like it's going backwards, but actually it isn't. And sometimes when a planet of any kind goes into retrograde motion, sometimes what we have here is this feeling that rather than viewing the world externally or doing things external, we have this transformation where we go internal. And when we go internal, sometimes we're not always feeling wondrous about looking inside ourselves. Sometimes we'll feel the sense, the fear, and things like this. And let's just look at this in great detail, because when Jupiter, which it is always our it's always our planet about luck. It's about power. It's about the things we can achieve. And if you've got Jupiter on your side, then it really does work. But when it's retrograde, we have this experience of going within. So in Greek mythology, Jupiter was the Roman king of all gods. Yes, you can't get much higher than that, really, can you? The Roman king of all gods. All right, he's the boss. Yes, literally is. He in Greek mythology, he was the boss. And in fact, his full name, just to give you this, it sort of lets you know he's the boss. And his full name is Jupiter Optimus Maximus. Yeah, quite an outstanding name, really, isn't it? Sort of name you want to give to your something you really admire in life, like your dog. Yes, Optimus Maximus. Optimus Maximus is pretty good. You don't have to go too far to see where this comes out and where. In the movies, for example, you think about the film Transformers, transforming. Well, that's what Uranus is up to. It's transforming things. Jupiter expanding, but Jupiter being the king of all gods. And Optimus Prime was the big robot thingy, wasn't he? Thingy. Anyway, he was a big robot guy who wanted to protect humanity, and he was very powerful. So you heard his name, Optimus Prime. Yes, sort of gives you shivers down your body, doesn't it? Yeah. It'd be great for you ladies, wouldn't it, if you met someone and say, "Well, hey, what's your name?" Optimus Prime. Yes. Oh, wow. You must be a king. How do you know? Anyway, so he enjoyed wielding great power, great power. So let's look at this again. We've got beauty, Taurus, power, which is Jupiter, and there's the solar tradition of Taurus is it rules the second house, which is about beliefs, about beliefs. So when we're thinking about beliefs, if we merge beauty, power, and belief, is that pretty good? Beauty, power, belief. So whilst Jupiter is retrograde, this is about us finding our power. Beauty is also about love, so it's finding the love within ourselves and tapping into it if we haven't tapped in already. And it's also about how we can yield this time to discover what it really is about being in your own power with beauty and belief. Now, how many times out there, guys, when you think you believe in something, you think something is worthwhile and you want to go and do it, are you, does it influence you sometimes about what other people think? So, in other words, here we go and change our lives, go and change our lives some way or form. Are you going to pay attention to what everybody else says? Or are you going to um, change your life for yourself with beauty, power, and belief? Interesting thing, I think a big topic, I think is a big topic around this particular time is how we can harness this particular time to be in our power, whether people like it or not. Now, if you're the sort of person here and you feel strong enough to be able to stand up to your own beliefs and what you feel is your true purpose and what it is you want to go and do, then do it. I'd say do it. This is the energy is very high at the moment on doing things like this. I know we've got loads of issues going on out there in the world, but when it comes to belief, the power of belief, it's the strongest thing. And no scientist, no physicist, no astrophysicist can measure the soul's power of belief. If you believe in something, you are unstoppable. And especially when we measure with this, with beauty and power. Sound nice? Sound nice? I think it's not a bad one to start off a show with. Is to get this sort of inspiration, to get this sort of feeling that we are incredible people. We just need to tap into this power, and we become amazing, amazing. And that's what you guys are anyway. And I thank you for following me, and it means wonders to me. And what I'd like you to do, if that's okay with you, is to share the show onto your pages, because the outreach of this at the moment, I've got to just tell you, is I'm so glad to be coming back to do this show, because the past 2 weeks, not the immediate live figures are fairly good, but the replays that people watch of this when they want to catch up with things, it's gone over a thousand people. So guys, I'll just, because you guys are the ones who started off, and you guys are on the forefront here where you watch the show, and but just to say, you mean the world to me, and I just thank you for all your support, and for also watching the show. And I'll try to make it as entertaining, amusing, as bonkers, and as informative as possible. But there we go. Start off with this, guy. Start off with this power of belief, with beauty. So really attract that energy there and see where that goes with you guys, because I think we'll probably find this is a very, very special time for us all. So let's see what happens. Anyway, so coming up in the not too distant future, we're going to be doing some live mini readings, and also coming up here is a little bit of something here on power and positivity. I'm just going to get that one out of the way. There you go, back there. And yes, those who haven't seen this, this is Linda Craig's photo. If you guys would like to send in a photo for the background, to drop in the background here, which I do each week, that would be absolutely fabulous. That would be amazing. That would because if it's something nice and beautiful that you think is there, then I will also give you a shout out as well. So Linda Craig, thank you very much, and this is a little hoot to you. She's in America, by the way. She's in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan area, I think she is. And right, okay. So I think it's nice to go and do a little bit of this. Hi, this is Phil Griggs on Power and Positivity, and in this week's session, what I'd like to talk to you about is hypnosis. Hypnosis is a very abundant and therapeutic way of actually overcoming obstacles or difficulties that you may have been facing in your life. Imagine what it would be like to be free of all those restrictions, those limitations, those things that have been holding you back for a long time perhaps. Imagine what it would be like to feel calm, to feel relaxed, and being able to overcome all the difficulties or obstacles that were once upon a time in your life. Perhaps what's stopping you from achieving this is perhaps a limitation like a fear, an emotion like fear, or even a phobia. Maybe something there is holding you back because you're scared. Scared of what would happen if you were to achieve the abundance that you really wanted. Well, this is where hypnosis can help. And hypnosis works with the most beautiful and most powerful part of your mind, your subconscious mind. The subconscious, if you imagine an iceberg just floating in the sea, you'll notice there as the smaller part of the iceberg floats above the waterline whilst the larger part is below. Our mind is separated like this, and our small mind, or the conscious mind, is the bit that we work with day by day. And sometimes this gets overloaded. And sometimes what is a good help to go and do through hypnosis is to go into the subconscious, the larger amount below the waterline, where we can access the most beautiful parts of you and help us to realign our thinking into something that we want to achieve. So how would it feel for you if you were wanted to achieve something, do something, but you needed that extra bit of help, that extra part there that would help you to feel free? No need for any big mountains to climb or feeling that you've got to endure some kind of hardship. Maybe it would be something here we could experience as like walking along a journey, going through our mind, realigning it, and then being able to access that part to reinforce the positivity we'd like to achieve in our lives. And that part there is where hypnosis comes in. It's a very, very therapeutic way of overcoming obstacles, and it's a very therapeutic way of actually achieving happiness and joy. So if you need help, that extra bit of help to overcome those obstacles, feel free and be able to be in your greatest self in happiness and joy, then please contact me. I'm Phil Griggs. I'm a qualified hypnotherapist, and I'm here for you to help you. The initial consultation is free, so we're able to discuss whatever it is that is your present concern, and let's start working to help you get back to a brilliant, positive way of living your life. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And hypnosis is a beautiful thing, and it goes into the part of the mind that releases all those fears and traumas, anxieties, and areas like this that may have been plaguing us, holding us back. And when sometimes we really need to really be in our power. So this is all ties in with Jupiter, Taurus, power, beauty, and belief. So hopefully that helps you guys. Yeah, I've just noticed, guys, here that some of you have had a problem trying to get in. There is a bit of a technical area which is going on out there. I'm not sure what it is, and I'm not sure what platforms it's coming out on. But I am on a Facebook somewhere, and also, but I'm not sure about YouTube though. But sorry about that, guys. Anyway, this is anyway. So let's go and look at. Excuse me. Let's go and look at what's is it in store for you guys, and let's go and have a look at some readings. I think we need to go and do. So I think we need to go and do a little bit of this. Alrighty. Let's go and take this from the top, and let's go and see who's come through here for a reading. Okay, Maria Helmsley comes in, and she says, "Can I have?" Oops, I can't see it very well, but yes, this is all part of the technical stuff I've experienced today. But hopefully, you can see this. It says, "Please, Phil, can I have a general reading? Color bright purple, thank you." Okay, I'll just take that off actually because it's not very clear today. Anyway, yes. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something. I think maybe of interest to you. I'm going to use the cartomancy with numerology to help you guys through this particular time, this particular week. And let's do this. Let's do this. Right. Okay. So yes, please have a general reading, a colour bright purple, and thank you. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Right. Okay. Let's go and have a little look here. So I've just shuffled cards for me, and Maria, I'm going to shuffle for you, and let's see what comes up there. Right. Okay. I'm going to cut the pack into 3 piles. General reading. Let's have a little look here. So I'm going to go for this pile here, and let's have a little look. Right. And if we look at this week ahead as a general reading and how that's going to affect your times here, right? This is to do about health with other people, health other people around you, especially a man around you, here. Maybe health. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go into all the details about health and things like this. But just looking at this, I can see here where it's maybe communication has been going a bit AWOL somewhere. Maybe a bit concerned, a bit worried, and I can see here this particular time here is about the need to keep communication going. Mercury is retrograde, so sometimes through these phases here, we do go through funny times, don't we? And so this is sometimes when it's a little bit like this. But let's go and have a look at the other card here. And what you understand here about you needing to go and discover the real inner strength and purpose about you, what you want emotionally. And if we look at the power of beauty and belief, would you understand if I said to you here, maybe there's some principles at play here, but you've got to really look at the power of belief in yourself and how this is going to play out for you. And if we do this, then sometimes I think we may find that this week becomes a little bit easier, a little bit better in that. And it's standing up for what you believe in, standing up for what's right. And where that goes here. Okay, so we've got 16, we've got 21, we've got a 3 in numerology. 3 in numerology here. So if we combine the 3 with the reading so far, what this is indicating around you is this primary force, if I call it that way here, the Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity, but in our way here, it's you, the other person, and the connection that connects us all. So it's that energy. And when we have an energy like this, which is beautiful in its way, what we're seeing here is the higher force of what is right is where the answer is. That's where your answer is. So I can understand if you're going through a little bit of a challenging time. But this is also, rather than fighting against things, listen to what your higher purpose, your true beliefs are saying. And you may find here that you don't have to bend down to other people. This is about you standing up strong for yourself there. All right, so hopefully that helps there. Right, okay. Heather comes up here and says, Phil, may I have a general reading if possible, please? Colour yellow. Yes, absolutely. Let's go and have a look here. Colour yellow. And I was going to take that off because it's, as I say, it's suddenly everything's got a bit techno, the techno weirdo over on this particular show. But I'm sure by next week it'll be absolutely back to normal. Right, okay. Yellow's about communication. Yellow is a lovely energy to keep us connecting together. And maybe sometimes here you've actually been experiencing yourself that people aren't always as communicative as what they should be or would like to be. You like them to be, and sometimes we're finding here this is sometimes a bit of a challenge. But let's go and have a look at your general reading for the week ahead and how these cards play out. And I'm just going to cut the pack into 3 here, and let's have a little look. Right, okay, I'm going to go for the left pile on this one. I just tuned into there, which is the pile for you. And right, okay, so where are we going here? We've got, it's interesting here, there's a theme coming up with you, and you've actually got the 3 as well, which is also, it's a bit backwards because it's the way the cameras work on these things. They go back to front. So it looks like a 3 gone weird. Yeah, but anyway, it's a 3 of clubs, which is your first card you've chosen here. And this is normally about enterprise. Enterprise, doing something that excites you, brings you forward here. But not everybody else is going to be on the same wavelength as you. So you want to go and do things which could be fantastic in some way, and yet your energies here sometimes saying, not sure how things are really going, how you really feel. And then we got this nine of spades. And can I just say to you here that for all that you could be worrying about, your worries are not necessarily about yourself. This is about the worries of other people, rather than yourself here. And Heather, what I like to say here is stay positive here. If you feel things have to change, or you feel like things have to move on in some particular way in your life here, don't be afraid of this. And sometimes here we can worry about what the future holds, but you're not going to know until you actually give this a go. Then you're actually going to see the positivity coming back into this, and you're going to feel a lot more dynamic. There's a teacher around you somewhere. I just hear teaching here, and I also hear about cars, and maybe a new car. Something's got to happen with a car, and I'm also hearing here. Look at this. And I've got a bundle of keys in my hand. So it may well be here. There's somebody had a property as well, or somebody you own that needs a key, but it's big. It's not like a padlock. They go, oh, I've got a new padlock. No, it's not that. This is more about something that's going to be important that way. And right, okay, let's go and have now in the numerology here. If I look at this, it's interesting because your numbers here. I've got to do a bit of mathematics now because all the cards are numbers. And okay, so we've got 17, 19, 22, 22, 4. A 4. Now, a 4 energy relating to this here is interesting. It's keeping to your own power. It's keeping to your own power and standing up for what you believe in, the power of this and the beauty of this. And the beauty is within you. Beauty is within you to help you with your purpose going forwards. And that's where your answer may come up this week is be you. You don't have to have major disagreements or arguments with people. Just say, no, 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 no. It's me. I look after me. Look after me in that way. All right. Okay. Let's go track on down. Let's go and have a look at right. Okay. Infinite Expansion says, Alex. Alex says here, good to see you. Would love a general reading as well. Color red. Oh, love red. And isn't it interesting? If we match up power belief in things at the moment, this power belief is power and beauty. Red is power, isn't it? When we think about Mars, Mars energy, I want to get out there and go and do something. And the red energy here is sometimes about the self because it's the sign of Aries. Aries relates to red, as it does a few other colors as well. But red is about power of self. So how we take our world forwards with a power of belief, with beauty, and having to believe in this. It's amazing, isn't it? I watched a film the other day called True Spirit. In fact, myself and my partner watched the film called True Spirit, and it's about a girl in Australia who single-handedly sailed around the world. She was 16 years old, 16 years old, and the things she had to endure, the storms, the times when there's no wind in the Indian Ocean. She just sat there for days and days and days, no wind, to help her sailboat along. And how crazy this was. And yet, I'd say to you guys here, if you don't have to be, like she says, and I think it really touched me, is this, you don't have to be anything special to believe in something. You just be you, but you believe it. You believe it. And this is what the theme is astrologically, personally, symbolically, mythologic wise, and also your neurology coming up this week is about this power. Okay, so go on color red, and let's go. Just finish shuffle the cards. Let's go and have a look here. I'm going to go to the left side here again. Let's go and see what comes up. It's interesting here. It's interesting here as I pick up the cards here to work for you. You can feel like your chips are down. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, when are things going to work? Where they're going here? They're going. But one of the powerful things through this, it is 7 in the middle. I like this 7, and especially in cartomancy, because 7 relates to me here as being a card which says here, you're on the right path. Just stick with it. Even though sometimes emotions can be down, or sometimes you're feeling, when are things going to work out? How are things going to work out for me? Yeah, they will do. They will do. What your cards are actually indicating to us here is that you're going into territory you're not really used to. And so the power red is like, I'm on my own. I'm on my own in this and this, and how do you do it? And you can't delay now. And that one of the reasons why you can't delay is because this powerful card here is the nine of clubs and it's reversed. And if the nine was upright the other way, I'd say here, take a break. Your cards here are not saying this, what they're actually saying around you. This is a time of positivity for you to be able not to hang about, although you're sometimes maybe waiting for other people in some respects. This is about you needing to take on power for yourself and keep going on despite the odds sometimes we face. And because you come up trumps at the end of it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, 17, 18, 27, 9. Oh, 9. Nine. Oh, I love this number. Love this number. I know a lot of numerologists thinking, oh my God, here we go, number 9. No, I love this number. It's a very, very spiritual card. So the spiritual path you're on, don't change it. I would not change this one little bit. It's about, sometimes here I feel here, it's about the spiritual ending of one thing and the beginning of something new. I know we all talk about this as number 9, but if I really tune this into the power of you, you're going to let some old projects go to focus on something that means the world to you. And even though, because I know absolutely there that you want to get a book published and you want to get this out there, don't be put off by people who say no, because those no's are bit, especially like the Beatles, isn't it? Their first couple of agents they went to just said no, no, none of our rubbish, don't want any of this. And then some years later, they're the biggest rock band in the world at that particular time. And so this is about belief. This is about believing in what you really want to go and do, and get out there, go and do it, and keep on going. Um, Right. Okay. Oh, this is a nice little one. This is a nice little one. Anne Marie Klaus, she comes from Mrs. Santa Mans. She says, a color green, what do the angels tell you about me? You really want to know? Are you sure you want to know what the angels tell you about you? They're up there going, Anne Marie, yes. Let's have a look and see what happens there. Excuse me. Right. The first thing I'd like to tune in here with the color green. Green, well, you've chosen the right color for the angels, because when we need our chakras detoxing, the color green is one of the most important colors. And if we look at the color green about how this is going to really play out for you, it's about, one of the things I say here is about detoxing, clearing energy, taking off old worries, taking off old blocks, just letting things be that are important to you, what your belief is right now, what your powerful belief is, the beauty of this as well, and using this for your week ahead, especially, and what this can do for you. So, if I look deeper into this and go and have a little look, let's go and see what it all says. Right. Okay. Yeah, so once again, guys, I do apologise. I don't think this has come out on all the channels this evening. I think YouTube has dropped for some particular reason, and there may be one of the Facebooks down as well. But I'm getting out there at least two, I think, 2 channels. Right. Okay. Right. In the meantime, though, Anne-Marie, let's go and have a look here. So what the angels want to say here? The angels want to say, if I look at 3 cards here, what's the message here? Let's go and take this and see where this goes. Right. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Stay young. Don't grow old. It's a trap. Don't go there. Don't go there. Stay young. Stay young here. Sometimes here you're careful of sometimes the people that come into your life that you want to get involved in, and where sometimes you sometimes feel here, actually maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I shouldn't have done this, or got too involved in this or too involved in that. And these cards here showing to me here is to step back in yourself and what your attachment is to other people and what you do and don't want. And if I looked at the angel message like that, it's about belief, it's about beauty, it's about power, it's about being in that particular energy there, and just how lovely that can be. Your final card here, which I think is most a powerful card, you've got the Ace of Diamonds. Wow. Your year ahead is about building is about rebuilding yourself to the person that to the lifestyle you particularly want in front of you. It's also here, someone's not taking on that feeling of that you're taking on too much in your own self. You're being too serious about things. It's about being lively. That Jack of Diamonds there is about being lively. And if I looked here to say the numbers that add up to your chart there, the three numbers there, if I said number seven around you, this is about sometimes we go through emotional pain, but the emotional pain makes us wise. Wise. We actually come out the other end with wisdom, and there's no therapist out there, no hypnotherapist, no psychic, no medium, no guru who is out there who hasn't endured some sort of trauma in their lives to be able to understand what life is and why it's like that. Okay, right. Right, okay. I love the questions coming up. I love the questions coming up. These are really good. Okay. Um, Right. Yes. Deanne says green general. She could think you read that there on my white shirt. General reading, please. And it's interesting. The old colour greens coming up. Very, very angelic reads here. Very angelic things here. So if I looked at here, the colour green relating to you, um, it's being open here. And green is about refreshing. It's about refreshing, redoing, releasing from the old and coming into the new. So it's about refreshing and clearing your mind, your life in many respects here, and how open you can be with that to be able to get your life into a good, happy place. That energy then will help you out considerably. I feel here. And so that's one part of it. So it's being open to new suggestions, new ideas, possibilities, different things like this. And that's Uranus. Uranus in Taurus can suddenly give us those, oh my goodness, there's a new doorway has just opened. Oh my goodness, there's a new opportunity. And the good thing is about Taurus and the new moon in Virgo is it will be solid. It will be solid. It's not like, do I believe this? Do I not? Are they really speaking the truth? Yeah, they will be. They will be. Okay. And looking at your cards here, let's go and have a look at this. Let's take the middle pile on this. Okay, and Jan has a favour here. Um, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I've got what? Numerology is 6. The Jack of Hearts, learning emotionally for you is sometimes here, inner child comes out. Our inner child comes out, goes, oh my God, how do I do all this? Well, actually, here it's letting your inner child come out, not fighting against this, actually being in your own. Okay, this is me. These are sometimes the things I go through. This is why sometimes I feel uniquely positive, and sometimes I don't. And these are one of these particular times. Not everyone is going to agree with you at this present time. So whatever plans, ideas you come up with, everybody's going to go, no, 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 you shouldn't do that. It's a bit like that lovely young lady, 16 years old, who's around the world. Around the world here, everybody, including the media, said, what sort of family releases their daughter, lets a daughter go on a sailing boat around the world? And yet she's now come back. She's one of the most respected people in Australia, and she's actually written 2 books. And she still goes sailing, so good for her. The Joker. The Joker comes up. And sometimes I was thinking, okay, what's that going to do here? But the Joker's in a good place. And what I say here is, you never know what's going to go on until it happens. And your 2, which is the overarching card here, is actually saying it's quite nice actually. It's actually combine this up with numerology and this. It's about harmony, but you can't always keep everyone else happy. No one else is going to agree with you, but agree with you. Agree with you. Even if you are different and being different, be different. Be different. Enjoy it. Like it. And I think you'll find that would be a very positive thing for you. And I actually pick up a lovely lady here who wants to come through as well. And she says to me here, she says, you may have had a recent setback. And it sort of challenges you in some respects as to how things are going to be. I'll say how things are going to be. Like sometimes here, setbacks in where people disagreeing with you. She wants you to stay on the path you're on, that you want to go and go discover your new self. This green colour is strong with that. And not to be afraid. Not to be afraid. Keep going. Now, I love these. I love these little questions coming through. Okay. Tori Lynn comes through. I can't see it very well. What does my future husband do in daily life? Thanks, Phil. I'm curious. Okay. We could have fun here, couldn't we? He's the tax man. No, 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 no. Okay. Hopefully he's a chef. Yeah, chef. I never have to cook again. uh, Let's go and have a look here. And if we go look at the colour there, okay, we haven't got a colour. Oh, colour red, colour red. Well, the interesting thing here is with the colour red, you're going to know exactly what you are looking for in a partner in front of you. You'll know exactly what you're looking for, and you won't let that go. You let go here, and anybody else outside of that parameter, sorry, this is not going to work. Not going to work here. Let's go and have a look through the cards as well, because I can sneaky feeling where the cards that come up here, where they're going to go. But what I would like to say to you here is this guy is very funny. This guy is quite a popular guy with people, and he doesn't worry too much about things. He just goes, "Oh well, oh well." Yes, it's life. Life has little ways, and so I get funniness. I get a feeling here. A guy's quite popular, just takes things in his stride, and I sort of pick up here as well that uh, it brings out in you the same thing. Now that's interesting. Yes, he brings out in you the same thing in his nature here. But let's go and have a look, see what he does. So he does here. So just finish shuffling the cards. Let's have a look here, and I've got to go for the right on this. I'm going to go for the right because it's the right way to go. Right way to go. Right. Okay. So what does this guy do? He may work with people or younger people or even help people. He likes to communicate, but he loves his downtime. And he's got a job which does not fit in with everybody else. He's not going to do the traditional sort of job. No, insists not. And also here, I get a feeling here as well that he's still searching for what he really wants to go and do. So this guy, when you meet him, he'll be happy in his life. He'll be happy in his personality and the way he is. But he's still searching for something which has the meaning of really, really wants to be. And I think here, if I look at this and said, what does this all mean for you? I think here, you're both going to help each other, both going to be very supportive to each other. But one thing about this guy is he'll give you life. He'll give you life. He'll give you a feeling of being very, brings out calmness in you. He's funny, he's engaging, he's very good on that side there. And yeah, let's have a little look. Okay, alrighty, let's go and let's hope that helps at you. Monique comes through and she says, "Good evening, finally found you. Yes, there was a few problems with the technology tonight and it went a bit AWOL, but never mind, never mind. I do apologise there. Right, I'm just going to take that off there, just see your little Photoshop there. Any messages from Spirit? Okay, so colour blue. I don't know why, but I just feel a lighter mid blue, mid to light blue with you. And one of the things I say here is that there's a house that one of the messages I hear from the spirit world is a house that comes up in front of you. I also pick up here that there is you are more psychic and spiritual than what you know. And I also would like to hear from them that they're not judging you up there. They're not judging you. Sometimes you could think here, sometimes, for example, am I being judged? Am I getting things right? What's going on? And this particular energy is not as damaging as it's this particular energy we sometimes find here. Okay, is this just a temporary phase that your life is going through at the moment? Yeah, it could be, But one thing I feel by this though is your energy will be very much alive and lively with it, and yeah, just keep going here. I feel, and also you've got a trip to the States coming up. And in one sense here, you won't want to go. I'm sorry, you've got to go. That'd be good for you. Be very, very good for you here. And also, there is an angry younger woman around you, whether it's like a daughter-in-law, however this connection is. Let this blow over. Don't go up against this thinking, bang, I've got to smack this. And no, let this blow over. Let this just, in its way, calm down and you'll be okay. Right, the cards here. What do they want to say? Yes, because this is about what you're going to find here is stability coming into your life. You're going to find greater stability. And your cards here, which are the pioneering card around this, which I like quite a lot, is a Four of Diamonds. And that very much is about being strong in your own self. You're worried about money and stuff here, but you're not going to need to worry about money. You're going to be all right. The blue here is very protective as well. Just believe in what you're doing. There's 8, 12, yeah, 12, 3. Yes, so it's about the Holy Trinity of you, what you're doing, and a connection with the spirits to say, I'm doing the right thing. So keep it going. Keep it going. I think you'll like it in that way. And right, okay. Oh, I'm sorry if there's sound issues, guys. I'm really sorry. Oh dear, oh dear. I do apologise. It's something going on here with the program tonight. I do apologise. Right, okay. Um, ASMR leave. I'll leave it. Leave it. She just says here, read and a general reading. Okay, read and a general reading here. Okay, there's let's have a look at this and see where this goes to. What this is going to mean. Um, let's have a look here. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So general reading around you. How's this going to look? All right. General reading, and I pick up here as I look at this, Evie, that red, similar to not so long back, not so long back here. It's about these are energies which are very much about connecting with yourself, catching a power here for yourself, and would you understand here that if you try to keep everyone happy at the moment, it can sort of see like things are going to stick together and everything's going to be okay, but it doesn't keep you happy. And it's not because you're being difficult, it's because sometimes here, these energies that we're going through at this particular time are challenging to say the least. However, I would also like to say, as I feel this and read this for you, that your time in front of you, you're going to feel so much better if you stick to your own self and where that takes you. You really are going to feel this energy about being better. I've just dropped my cards all over the place. That's fantastic. Right, hold on a second. I've just got the oh, cards I want here to review. Right, okay. So just quickly, let's have a little shuffle here and see what's going on. Right. Okay, left, middle, and right, and I'm going to go for the left on this. So what's the spirit's message to you tonight where I can help you? Right. Right. It looks like it's been a very difficult time relationship wise, and it's about people around you. And what your cards are actually saying here is you're the one who needs to be in control and you're the one who needs to be in power. Don't give power away to other people, especially not at the moment. No. Your numbers here, as I look at these, come up to 9, 11, 16, 1 and 6, 7. 7. So this is sometimes the spirit with you is about sometimes going through challenging, difficult times. You're thinking, okay, how many times have I got to do this in my life to go through difficulties? But what is coming out for you to do here is to stand in your power and to be strong in that way. And when you're doing that, that is actually going to help you out quite a lot. I think this is where you're going to see things. Um, okay, this is where you can see things here. Yeah, I just see here. Sorry, guys, it's been a little bit difficult on the old. Right. Let's go and have a look at this. Let's go and have a look at this here. Right, and right, okay. I'll just go through to the next question. Okay, so let's go have a look here now, guys. What I see next week, whatever technology problems have gone through this week, they won't come up through next week. But just to say to you, and where I'd like to have you guys just to round off this bit here, believe. Be in belief here. Be in the beauty of yourself and be in the wonderment. And it's interesting here, Monique, you just said here, your mum passed away last month. There's a lovely spirit here, and it was a lady actually, a lovely spirit here. And she wants to come through and just say here that she's okay, and also just stick on your path here, what you're doing. She's okay. She's okay. And she wants to let you know that. But I feel here for you guys, this week is an interesting one. It's a very beneficial week. The tuning here is the purpose of this week, or the higher purpose this week, is believe in what you're doing. Believe it with beauty and believe it with power. Stand your ground, you'll be fine. And I think then you're going to have an abundant time and you'll really enjoy a brilliant time. Okay, all right, guys. I wish you a fantastic week. Sorry about the technology. Well, I don't get the technological issues, but it won't come out next week. And all right, guys, you take care. Speak to you soon, and sending you loads of hearts and loads of burgers, guys. And wishing you an absolutely fantastic time. And thank you so much for joining me. You guys mean the world to me here. And as I say, please like and share the show. If it's been a difficult one, you can't hear anything, then maybe it's not this one, but next one there. But thank you so much for following me, and thank you so much for what you do. And I really enjoy this. And if you had a reader there, you need a bit more in-depth help, whether it's hypnotherapy or reading, just get in touch with me. It'd be a pleasure. In the meantime, guys, have a great week. Speak to you soon.